Okay, let me see. What's Soke?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for part 3 of our interviews. The saga continues.
Okay, that's good.
So this time in this interview, I would very much like to focus on, when I show people the videos of what you can what you're doing with your energy, the chi, the energy, the ki power of how you're controlling people, even without touching them. Most people are telling me this is just crazy and I don't believe in it, and they must be actors, and it's voodoo and etc. etc. So basically this is what I'm being met with when I show people what you can do. So in this interview, I would very much like to try to boil it down and make it scientific, and also hearing from you with your words, what's really going on when you're doing this? How is this even possible? And is it because you're some special magician, or
Yes.
or is it something that most people will never be able to achieve, or is there some natural laws here that anybody can tap into, and with some training and diligence and effort that they can tap into this as well? So yes. I would like to try to cover all that in this interview.
Yes. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Because I could hear the TV noise.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. No problem.
Okay. The first.
So my first question will be, when did you begin to train so you could do this, or when did you begin to see that these things starts happening for you? I don't know which one came first.
Yes. Okay. Just before, I just want to say something. Just before. Okay.
Yeah.
There is one Japanese man with a master of ki, nothing to do with Budo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he has tremendous ki, and I saw. Actually, I could send the link to you also. Okay, as it's in the YouTube. With him and with the Japanese TV company, traveling all the world to test him.
And this is a long time ago, right?
No, it's today. Not so many years. Today you can see.
Okay.
Yeah. The things happens is when he sends his ki energy out, then most of the animals, not the human, not the actors, even he was in South America, and then many animals, they start going down and start sleep.
I think I saw that. I think he did this with the bison.
Bison also, yeah. And he went to Africa also too. He went to, the TV company bring to every place.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he is testing his ability.
Yeah.
And I have seen several, and this is happening. Not just amazing, just is a kind of super crazy things.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So, and it is not possible to deny.
No.
Yeah, because this is happening.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can say, I'm just for the listeners, I can say, so I've been your student for many years, and you've been throwing me around like,
yes.
And you have done many things to me without touching me.
Yeah.
So for me, I know this is real. So anybody who has never tried this before on themselves,
yes,
is having a hard time believing what they are.
Yeah, this is almost impossible things, which is if you don't know, that's beyond your imagination. So everybody want to touch, want to feel.
Mm-hmm.
But this is energy called the chi in Chinese and the ki in Japanese. It's a Chinese word. Japanese has a little bit different sound. Ki and the chi doesn't make so much difference. But they call it, yes, this is a kind of energy. And which is, you can feel it, but you cannot see it. So when you cannot see, this is exactly as like electricity. Electricity, if you touch, you can feel it, but if you want to see, you cannot see it.
Yeah.
Then people say, I cannot see, I don't believe.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And if you touch, wow, what's happening? Like you saw, but this kind of things, we cannot touch all the people in this planet.
No.
So it means somebody must believe that it could exist. This is the only way. And today there is plenty of evidence. But now I'll explain about the what is ki.
Well, I just want to, before you begin, I just want to mention to people that, because of my experiences with you many years ago, I already at a young age, I started getting very interested in all this because of the, now I know it's real. And so, but you can go on YouTube, you can find a lot of, I have there's an Indonesian guy that I'm thinking about. He's doing some powerful meditations, and when he touches people, they get electrocuted, they get electric, the muscle starts twitching and stuff like that. And so he is also very powerful. He could put a newspaper on fire just by sending the energy. And so there's quite a few people doing this, healers and also martial artists. So, but everybody seems to be expressing that energy in different ways.
And the most difficult one is in the martial art. Because martial art, we don't have time. And the basic idea is you have to concentrate the energy. You have to concentrate and you have to be very calm and quiet. In the martial art, we don't have such a time to make you calm. Okay?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then that fight, there was almost impossible. Because in the circus, or what many girls doing, just meditate, concentrate, time, and can do many fantastic things.
Yeah.
But in the martial art, it's you are fighting with the enemy. You don't have time to meditate, and just using in a way like fighting in Aikido. Aikido people are doing amazing ki energy, but they are not fighting. Yeah. They are cooperating and dancing together. So they don't have no fear when you are doing. So just I am what is just the opposite. So this is totally in a different kind of energy.
Yeah. And I would say also your opponent is having all his own personal strong intentions and will to not do what you want him to do. So he's trying to work against you. So for example, if you are having a healer with a patient, he has time, and also the patient is willing. Like once these things
happen. It's working together, either cooperating, the two energy, the working together to create something.
Yeah.
But I am doing the opponent's energy, but I don't cooperate with opponent's mind. I just cooperate with his body and energy.
Yeah. Yes.
So in this way, it's a kind of the, if I said you open your hand, but you cannot open your hand because I commanding inside, close your hand.
Yes, I've seen this many times.
Yeah. So if if you can try to open your hand, but they cannot open, so it means I'm not communicating with his mind, but using only his body reaction.
Yes.
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 So in this way, the total different way of using energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, energy is energy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. But you're making sure that you are not the slightest dependent on any mental activity, like the mind, like the intellect in any way. So that's why you can say to him, open your hand, and he cannot open the hand because everything else in you says, keep that hand closed.
Yes. Because I am my body doing and my energy doing is I'm giving the command to his body. Body follows my command.
Yes.
I can say anything in the you know to help him. I don't need to say anything, but even I can say try to open your hand, but he cannot. So this is his body doing what I said, what I mean, to do.
So can we talk a little bit about, before we start talking about how you do it, I would love to talk about how did you yourself discover this? Did it come to you automatically, or did you do some exercises that moved you towards it, or what? How did this evolve?
Yes, about the I did train from since I was kid, all kind of martial arts. Okay? But then I was age of 24 years old and came to Denmark and start to do training. And because I don't have not my own school, not my own style, so I just start visit several clubs, karate, judo, or whatever, different kind of martial arts. And so it means every time I go visit there, it's a kind of fighting. They want to test me.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I've heard some really good stories from that. Yeah.
Yes. So this was my idea. So it is. I cannot say I am no good, but my sensei is good. Like many people said, I am not so good, but my sensei is good. Yeah, something like this. But it said, I am no good. It means I am no good. I don't have any sensei like this, totally alone. So I have to be good all the time.
Yes.
So I start a kind of the warriors. I have to concentrate every time. So this gave me the good opportunity to develop not only physically, but my mentally concentrate.
Yeah.
So that was the one thing. Then the years later, I met one of my good Japanese friend came from Japan, and he studied a little bit about ki. And he was a karate instructor, but he studied about a little bit about ki and medicine, and he was a medical doctor. So, and I said, I don't believe.
You said
I don't believe such a thing. And he said, yeah, but it's very strange. And in Japan, there is some masters of Aiki Jutsu. I know all the techniques in Aiki Jutsu. I was training already in Japan.
Yeah.
But I don't believe such a, key master. Then that was it. Then they are almost 10 years passed. And then little by little, I start to teach, and my students start complaining my block power is too powerful, and they have they get the pain and all kind of funny things start. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, because it just yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Then the people said, because I was very skinny at that time, only 46 kilo.
And you were running around with Danish Vikings,
Yes.
Danish big Vikings.
Yes.
That must have been interesting.
So I did the very little and very lightweight.
Yes.
Not only short, but lightweight. So, but I could so-called produce a very strong power. Not a long time, very, very short, intensive kicking and punching.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning, and then but I didn't believe anything about ki. Then many of my students asking their technical problems, like this. Then when I wanted to help them, I don't need to go and touch and instruct them, but just my mind try to do push this way, that way, like this. I knew I could instruct people with my mind.
Okay.
Because I knew that if you put that in this way, put the power, the energy will go this way, and put the other way, and people lose balance or something like this. So, and little by little, I could feel, not visually I can see, but I could feel the energy direction.
Inside.
And I could tell to the people, try to do like this, try to do like this.
Mm-hmm.
And before I try myself, I try to do it this way, and it works.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that every time when I think new techniques and then the instruct other people's just by mouth, and it start to work. So it means that my mind and the Budo, my movement, it became a one.
Mm-hmm.
So
And so basically, let's say you have a student who is moving in a wrong way.
Yes.
And you can see if he change the energy to over here and rotate it more there and move it like this, then it will be better. And so basically you say that, and then you, in your mind, you're moving the energy inside of him like that.
Yes.
And
yes.
then he starts doing it correctly because you're actually helping him to move his energy like that inside of him.
Yes. Yes. Without touching, the two people are training.
Yeah.
And I can say, try to do like this, just instruct by the mind.
Yeah.
And both.
Yeah.
And they start to work. So it means what I'm thinking and is I can make other people to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So just at the beginning. Then about the almost 40 years ago, I saw one key master from Aiki Jutsu. And he came to Denmark, and I went to help him to translate.
Aiki Jutsu.
Yes, Aiki Jutsu.
Okay.
Yes, and that sensei was one of the famous key masters. He's already gone. Okay, he does not exist anymore, but he was one of the very good super key master. And I tell, wow, he is good, but he's making a lot of mistakes in his movement. And I could see, he do just like Aikido. You don't need to fight, but if I could break him.
Yeah.
Because his defense system was not good, but he was very strong in the ki, and some part things is amazing.
Okay, so
So
you could see his key was
yeah,
developed, but his
yeah,
technique was having many flaws.
yeah. Just very close to the today the modern Aikido and a little
Okay.
bit more.
Hmm.
So I said myself, I can do like he does, and my fighting technology is much better.
Hmm.
So I said to myself, so I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I said I will do it. So I came back and then they start to ask to my wife, just attack me, catch me or anything.
You told
Okay.
your wife.
Yeah. So my wife tried to catch or whatever, attack me, and I could do. So then I feel like yes, I can use this technique because I cannot ask to my student to do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then they go back to the next day, evening, go to school, and let's fight, just attack me, anything. Then I could do the exactly bomb, and it start to work.
Wow. That
Yeah. So yeah,
that's awesome.
because my mind was, my body and my technique, oh no, it was already good.
So you were already, you could say the basic building blocks were already there. You,
Yeah.
you just did not have put them together until at that moment.
Yes, because I didn't put some mind because I thought this is just my technique is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I put my mind and then it start to work.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the beginning. So I had to develop the totally alone with my wife's help, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you're still married, right?
Yes. She is still the
Yeah.
very strong woman. So yes. So
Just check.
that's the beginning, and then the 30 years ago, I could already reach in a very top, not totally top, but quite in a high level, yeah.
And so I think the key words that you said here is I can do this, and
Yes,
I will do this. So
yes,
now there was a total conviction inside of you that this is something you can do. And do you feel that that was the main key, the shift that created this, or what was it?
yes. I had a very strong key, and I have a very strong how to go the kick and punch and the throwing of the Budo technique.
Technique, very strong
Yes,
technique and very strong key.
yes. And then of course, but I couldn't coordinate. So little by little start to coordinate. So because the real key power means it's a power of will, or actually your mind.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then you put your mind and the body and you force to do it. So it means you have to fight.
Mm-hmm.
You have to force. You must.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will fight. I like to fight.
Yeah.
Then yes, I can. Like it's
Yeah.
confidence. That's just the three things must be together. So because many people is putting, you have to believe yourself.
But let me just interject here for a second, because there's going to be a lot of martial artists listening to this talk, and I can speak for myself and say I have very good technique, and
Yes.
I have very strong ki,
Yes.
and I believe that I can do these things because I trained with you, and yet I didn't do the way you did. Like I couldn't do like that. I had some small experiences actually in your classes where we started doing things where I could see people could go and stuff like that. So but not to that degree that you're doing. So there's something more than just, you know, having a lot of energy and being very good technically, and even believing in it. There's something more to it than that as well. There must be something.
So this is the category 1, so-called, we call the passive or inner energy, which is you can make it strong and training like this. Then the second category is your ki start attacking your opponent. You know?
Yeah.
The basic passive ki is you are protecting your body with the ki.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not attacking. That's yourself becomes covered with
like an armor.
Yeah, with the ki.
Yeah.
But nothing happened to your opponent.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is called not just passive, not active.
Yeah.
Active ki is master, like a healer. Healer can become a very active ki.
Yeah.
To help people. But this is a kind of like cooperation. You know, but the energy is like a magnet. You know, the one side is plus, one side it become minus.
Yeah.
So then the plus and plus not possible. Plus and minus it become together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you change it, it goes. Then again plus and minus, it can go together.
Yeah.
So it means it is. Like a magnet, you know, there is a pole. So it's a technique to a kind of fight. If you come with your negative energy, I put my again negative energy.
Okay.
So bam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like this. So you have to. Only by your mind, you have to think about the which way energy must run.
Okay, direction, like
direction,
flow, the direction of the energy.
Yeah.
So for me, for example, I have had experiences where I'm fighting with people, and I'm in kumite, and I'm sending my energy towards my opponent, and what they report to me without me doing anything, they report back to me and say, Joshua, it feels like no matter what I do, I will never hit you. I cannot reach you or hurt you in any way. And so that part, I also had that experience. But this thing with controlling the other person, that's next level.
Yes. First one is it's a beginning.
Yeah, passive.
Then you can send the energy
directionally. Yeah.
And then there's some part you have to take the energy in
yourself or into them.
Yes.
To you or into them. What do you mean take it in?
Yeah, take in is you have to. Somebody called me. I am like a parasite.
Ah, like that. Yeah.
Stealing the energy from opponent. Thank you.
Okay, like that.
So I am receiving. Please give me your energy to me. If you touch, your energy will come to me. But in the same time, I'm sending you the energy.
How do you send energy and take theirs at the same time? So you're sending your own energy that they're not really receiving, but they're getting the impact of, while you're sucking theirs out at the same time.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
You know, the sucking, coordinating is a plus and a minus. It becomes like this, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So it means the opponent is sending energy to attack. So it means energy is coming. Yeah. Then I sending the same energy. So it becomes like this.
Repels each other. Yeah.
Yeah. But something like this is this part is please come. So I become the minus. Please come. And this part is go. So I said, please come. It means I'm receiving the energy. Okay?
Yeah.
Go, it means I'm pushing the energy out.
Yeah.
Then we call the push and pull. Very simple. You push, and you pull in the same time. So this is one of the, it becomes a technique.
Yeah, now it's getting complicated.
You push and pull
at the
same time.
Okay.
Yeah, then the opponent brain cannot follow because he wants to push you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you push me, I push back. But in the same time, I'm pulling you. So then if I push you back, you push.
Yeah.
You will fight. If you push, I will push back.
So you're
fighting.
Yeah.
But in the same time, I am pulling you. Come on.
Mm-hmm. So energetically, I mean, if the listener will maybe try to move a little bit away from the physical aspect, because push and pull physically is not happening at the same time, but it is happening at the same time. If you move it over into pure energy, experience of energy, you can actually somehow see how you can push and pull the energy at the same time in your push. So when we talk energy movements, this is totally making sense. But I mean, as in a physical world, externally it will look differently, but energetically it's
now listen, okay?
Yeah.
I am putting my arm now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just putting things. So it means my energy is just this way, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pushing out.
Yes.
This energy is pushing.
Yeah.
So your arm staying in the same place, right? And
yes.
you are using a lot of energy.
Yes.
Because your right hand is pushing energy out, left hand is putting energy in.
Yeah. So opposite.
No. Just to try to bring and push it back same time.
Yeah.
So you are losing a lot of energy. Energy is circulating a lot.
Yeah.
But your hand is not moving.
Yeah. Correct.
So this is push and pull.
At the same time.
Same time. You are pushing and you are pulling.
At the same time.
Same time.
Yes.
It's not move. So this is the basic.
This is the basic.
Most of the people realize push and pull is the key.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I started to think. I put the circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a circle is the most difficult thing for the computer to make the circle.
Yeah.
Because you have to do a lot of that all the time moving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially for digital, how it is very difficult to make the circle.
Because there's no straight lines whatsoever.
Yes, no. And spiral, always moving.
Mm-hmm.
If I give you this circle movement plus push and pull, three together, then your brain totally panicked. Okay, because your brain cannot give any more command to your body.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now
your body gets to three. So now it's a computer it's a shortage, punked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You cannot send any more energy to
to arms and legs.
Command to your hand. That's why you like to open, but your body is not following, because the little brain is totally controlled by me.
Yeah.
But you have the big brain, large brain, which can open the hand and try to escape.
Yeah.
But the signal is not coming to your body.
Well, I remember many times when you did this on me, I was fully conscious. I was totally, and I remember sitting thinking, why am I not just getting up now and punch him in the face?
Because
it's like my body just goes there.
You cannot send the signal to your brain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's because your body belongs to me, but you have your own brain.
Yes.
You cannot give a command to your body; it not follow what you say. Okay, so this is how it happens. It means computer microprocessor is frozen, broken.
Yeah.
And in the same time, for example, something happened, then for example, squeeze, then the normal circulation to your blood, to your hand, because you are squeezing hand too much, so it means the muscle is blocked.
Yeah.
So no blood circulation. So it means your arm become very pale because no blood circulation.
Yeah.
Okay, and start to be something like this.
It
Then cramps. Okay, in the same time, a lot of pressure is coming up, so I can see that your face become very red because this part is the normal blood, but the blood circulation is strong, heart is pumping, so your face become very red and your arm become very, very pale. It means that you have the cramp. And when you have cramp, you cannot control it. Okay.
Yeah, I tried this many times.
Yeah, so
it's a very weird experience, I must say.
Yeah.
And also, the energy seems to be imploding.
Yeah.
But is that the spiral that is happening there? Is that the implosion?
Yeah. And then you start to send more and more energy. Your body get panicked. More and more energy, but still your body will not listen to your brain. Then you get panicked because your brain starts thinking, what's happening? My body is totally out of control. It panics and the heart starts to beat so much with the pressure become higher. So then at the end body collapse. Yeah, because body collapse means the system wants to shut down.
Yeah.
To protect, shut down, and start to collapse, shut down.
And the wild thing is, this happens within 1 second. It's all going so fast.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's so wild that this can go so fast.
Yeah, but like the modern people, they know that if you touch the electric line, it's closed and cannot open. So almost same thing.
The same thing, yeah.
Yeah, same thing happens.
Yeah, I tried when I did some very powerful breathing techniques. The hands, everything starts cramping up like this. There's some breathing techniques that are very powerful where you pull so much energy that you start cramping, and it's exactly the same that happens in this martial arts.
And then one of the things you might realize that everybody get external energy with a key attack, then they are fighting at the same time, and your head start to go down. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is totally, you are obeying other people. You gave up. You don't fight anymore.
Yeah.
Yes. Because not watching me anymore, just the head is down. So you are underthrown yourself.
Surrender. It's total
surrender position.
Yeah.
So this is okay, but very simple way to explain is I am pushing and giving a command, you go back, and another one is I'm pulling, you come. Okay?
Yeah.
plus and minus in the same time.
Yeah.
And then one more thing, I am making the spiral circle.
Is that something you visualize the spiral?
No, spiral is my body movement.
Okay.
That is you. Before you realize, of course, this is my technique.
So you are doing micro movements of the spiral?
Yes.
Because
sometimes my hand is here. I'm just not the micro movement. My stomach or the hip moving.
Okay. So, but many times I see you do these key demonstrations, and I don't see you. Sometimes you just move quick, and that's it, and it's over. And I didn't see any spiraling anything.
No. That is so little, so you don't realize.
Okay, like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And you do it from hara, from the hara center of your hara. Yeah. Okay.
That's the basic thing. Even somebody is catching my finger, just one finger. Mm-hmm. I do a little circle inside in the finger.
Oh, and okay.
Yeah. You remember? Sometimes.
Yeah. I remember. Like I remember so many things. But if I start, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some clips of all these things that you do and put it inside this interview. Because a lot of people are not going to believe it when we talk about it. They maybe they will not even believe it when they see it on video. But it's an amazing thing. I've seen I remember. Let me share my story. Let me just share my story with how I met you the first time. Yeah. I had my own karate students, and I was top elite level. I was fighting on national team, etc. Yes. I was fighting at tournaments, and so I was the best in the house. You know, I was used to kicking ass, etc. And then one day, you were invited to come and do a key demonstration up in our karate dojo, and I saw you throwing around people like they were nothing, and I remember I was just sitting thinking, yeah, that's not gonna work on me. Like I was just
like, yeah.
And the moment I was thinking that, you turned your head and you looked at me and you said, "You want to try?" Like, and I was like, "Is he reading my mind?" and I was like, I was all. Let me put it this way: I was so arrogant. I was so sure that I was the best that I was thinking that I don't want to humiliate you in front of all these people. Like, so I remember thinking, "Are you sure you want me up there?" And you're like, "Yeah, come on up." And then I got up and I was already starting to imagine headlines in Danish newspapers saying, "Danish Viking killed Japanese master." And I was totally convinced that you're gonna get your ass kicked now. And so I got up there and we went into Kama and you said, "Just attack." And I said, "With what?" And you said, "It doesn't matter." And I said, "Are you sure?" And you said, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay." And I just came, boom, and I was doing combination. First I wanted to do like a Mawashikiri and then some Kisamusuki or something like that. And I just started my movement, and my attack was not even halfway through, and suddenly I found myself laying on the floor, and I was like, and I couldn't move, and I was thinking, what the fuck is going on here? And you came and you spread out the energy very quick on me, and I got up, and I was like, one more time. And so we did it 3 times. And I was so embarrassed because it was in front of all my students. And I was just thinking, this is really the worst day of my life. I've never been embarrassed like that. At least normally I have a fight, you know. Here there was not even a fight. And so but after that I was like, oh my God, there's definitely a lot more going on with energy than I thought that I knew. And so since then I started studying with you. So that was a very powerful experience for me. And so unless you have such a strong wake-up call like I did, like very instantly, it's going to be very hard for you to believe what's going on with this energy, but it's totally possible. So I'm gonna post some videos with some of the ki that he's doing inside this video, and so you can watch that. And then, but anyway, let's continue this conversation.
Yes. So
yeah.
So this is the plus, minus, and circle. This is 3 movement.
Spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a spiral, it means a constantly moving energy. You can find in the nature all the time. It's a hurricane, also spiral.
Yeah.
Tornado is the opposite way, also the same. So, okay. This is a constantly moving things. Then the push and pull is a straight lines. Okay? Straight lines is people can manage, computer can manage.
Yeah.
But the push and pull is a 2 signal in the same time. It's a microprocessor choose just one, push or pull. But if I tell you, please move to your left and move to your right in the same time. And this is, I said, not possible. I cannot move the left and right in the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so people start moving just in as quickly changing.
Yeah.
Then I said, same time jump up.
Yeah.
So it means that it is not possible because we don't have the command system.
Yeah.
Like this. So I give you the 3 commands. Then of course you cannot.
Then it's error, out of function, malfunctioning. The computer breaks down.
Yeah, out of function. In the same time, I start to make you panic. Okay, so it means you are panicked. And so when you are panicked, you start using a tremendous energy to get free of the panic. Okay, so that is, thank you very much. So you get the same energy from me. Like a mirror, I turn your energy back to you. Okay, so in this way, you are sending more energy, and then you get the same times more energy back. So it means start burning inside and start to shut down.
Yeah.
All the communication system is shut down.
Yeah.
So this is happens.
So what are you thinking and visualizing while you're doing this, if anything, and also your brain waves? Like, how would you describe what's going on inside your brain?
Yes. At that time, I was studying the brain wave, especially for alpha wave. You know, alpha wave is this kind of things.
Yeah.
You get by the Zen monks meditating.
Can you take your computer screen and just move down the screen a little bit so it's
like this?
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, then after several minutes, then the called activity in the brain, white part, it's called alpha wave.
Yeah.
Okay. Ordinary people, you don't have such activities. Alpha wave.
Yeah, okay, so alpha wave is like meditative state, right?
Yeah, meditating stage, then it start comes. Okay, so you need a lot of background. You did many hours of meditation, many years, so you know what it is. Okay, so this is alpha wave is the key to get. Then you have the alpha wave. About 20 years ago, some scientists find out that the people who meditate, there comes alpha wave activities. And the next time it comes a little bit faster, next time faster, quicker, next time faster, And finally, always some alpha wave activities. People who have been meditating.
Yeah.
Okay. So they find out that the only few people who have such activities constantly.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. So I am one of the one.
Yeah. So
one of them.
So basically, you are meditating right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even we are talking of like still the activities.
Yeah.
Okay, which have been measured.
Yeah.
Then in the fighting so when you are in the alpha situation, you know, your brain question, then you are totally relaxed.
Yeah.
And you become extremely strong.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the key to become Superman.
Yeah.
By using the alpha wave. So I made this traditional Budo plus, I'm from also, from temple. So, the meditation like this atmosphere. So I was very lucky because atmosphere around me was also like this kind of position. So, and in the same time, in a martial artist.
And I would say this is maybe, to me, the core reason why people should practice traditional Budo or Bushido or martial arts with a spiritual component into it, because otherwise it's just going to stay with the muscles and the physical, and then when you are 35 it's game over and you might as well retire.
Yeah, already finished. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
when muscle energy about 30 to 35 is stopped, then it's just to start to go down.
Yeah.
Okay, but only few martial artists who live in the daily way, they become better, stronger, because their key energy becomes stronger.
Yeah.
Then they will bring your body up.
Yeah. And I can say
yes.
I can say that training with you, I was seeing that as you got older, you just got more and more powerful, and you had to do less and less to create the same effects. So,
yes.
So age is actually an advantage.
Yeah, because the more experience and the more relaxed. Because there is a perfect relaxation make you very strong physically. Your body become very strong and protected by ki power, like a young Shaolin monks with ceremony ritual, and bring the key and some place, and they can put the knife or whatever, cannot cut. So this is also a kind of the special key, but this is a meditation key protection.
Yeah.
You cannot use for fighting. Then this kind of protection disappears. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is the stage. But if you do so, you have constantly a kind of the protection. And very quickly you can come into that situation. So most of the people take 30 minutes, 1 hour for meditation to come into this stage. But you have in the background in your brain wave always, so you can just come in the same time.
Yeah.
This stage. That you need a lot of training. And
a lot of meditation.
Yeah, a lot of meditation and coordinating your movement, everything. A lot of training in your brain. So it means that.
So basically, to even talk about being capable of doing this, you first of all you have to have a strong practice, martial arts practice. So your body needs to be able to be relaxed while it's doing extreme things.
Exactly.
So you have to have coordination like crazy, and it has to be straight on your spine. Like you don't have to. If you have to think about doing martial arts, you're not ready. So it has to be automatic. first of all. Second of all, you have to have a deep spiritual background, so your meditation never ends. So you're basically always in an alpha state. And I just wanna throw in a saying from this Indian guru called Papaji. He actually said something that I really liked. He said, "True meditation begins when you open your eyes."
Yes.
And step into the world. And so meditation in motion, like life is meditation. And so martial arts will teach you that this is a meditation, that we're meditating right now. This is the practice.
Yes. Meditation is but eyes is you just see what is coming, take it as possible. If you close your eyes, your fantasy will take over. Yeah. So it's not good. If you're watching like a totally crazy, then you must too much brain you are using. Mm-hmm. So just accept, just see whatever you see. Mm-hmm. You know, can meditate anytime, even like just a daydream. You can open your eyes. So eye is just don't try not to get too much information through the eyes. Yeah. Just accept as it comes. Yeah. So ignore from the information from the eyes, and then you become truly relaxed. Yeah. Many people say, "I'm totally relaxed." It means only muscle is relaxed. Yes. And especially when you, for example, smoke, then the muscle relax and almost like this. So, it is wonderful, I'm relaxed. No, your brain is not relaxed. Yeah. Your brain is actually stressed from all the toxins. Yeah. So to make because brain is the big brother. Mm-hmm. Body follows. Mm-hmm. Brain will not follow your body because brain is the big brother. Okay. Body follows big brother. Big brother is your brain. So brain is the leader. So brain power, it means got the mental power. Also, we call it the key energy, key power. So actually, it is here. But there is a way to do it in the movement of the hand or movement of the body, or like this, like a circle movement. There is called the Jutsu technique. You need a proper technique also to do the same things. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Meditation also, we have the proper position to meditate. If you don't do the wrong meditation, it becomes terribly negative. Yeah. You have to, in a body position, hand position, in a fight, especially for the fighting, we must be in a good fighting position. Mm-hmm. And then you have to be really good so you can relax when you are fighting. That's very difficult. And so basically, not only you need to be in a meditative alpha wave state while fighting, and I would say something you mentioned to me over the years many times is you have to have no fear of death, because if you are afraid of dying, you cannot relax. So this is like a key element of the whole process. Yes. So it means when mind opening. When you are afraid, you cannot fight. Okay? Mm-hmm. And when you are not afraid and just thinking to win, then it's too much positive energy, just have to win. Then too much adrenaline and like it's pumping, and then your muscles start to shake, and it becomes stiff. So it means then you may die. Mm-hmm. Okay, if too afraid, you die. You'll be killed. If you're too much, you win or you want to live like this. Just relax, and maybe you die, maybe you live. Who cares? Yeah, neutral. Yeah. Huh? Neutral. So it becomes empty. We cannot be totally empty, so we just accept. Yeah. And relax.
Mm-hmm.
When you are relaxed, you can do so many fantastic things.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And when we are doing training in the fighting, whatever, in the martial arts, we cannot relax. You know, if we relax, we will be killed. But so, in the moment, you relax. But you have to keep yourself in a very sharp.
Yeah.
At the same time, relax.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it is very, very difficult to reach.
I agree. I mean, I know what you're talking about because I've trained so many years. Because for me, it's possible to do things that are very hard for the body, but being completely relaxed about it at the same time. And if you teach a beginner, they will find everything is very, it takes a lot of effort. Everything takes effort.
Yeah.
And so I understand what you mean about being relaxed it's kind of like being in the center of the storm, like the storm, and then you're in the center.
It's the sunshine, you know.
Yeah, it's sunshine in there. So there is all this power and movement, but you are completely relaxed inside of it.
Yeah. So this is normally many people writing this way. Then we found out later something more activity in my brain. Okay, so this is nobody talking for the moment.
Yeah. So basically, scientists have tested you while you do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I have, the gamma wave. It's a crazy wave.
Crazy wave.
Yeah, gamma wave. You are totally panicked, totally crazy.
Okay.
Totally stressed.
Yeah.
And the human get in extreme power.
Yeah.
When you are panicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is called the gamma wave. You cannot degenerate. You cannot control.
Mm-hmm.
Opposite alpha wave is totally relaxed. You can become a Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gamma wave also you can become a Superman.
But in a different way.
In a different way.
Mm-hmm.
But cannot control. So this was everybody talking about, or the brain scientists talking about it, and they found out I have a gamma wave activity.
While you are doing the key.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you have alpha and gamma at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. I am almost like enjoying to killing people. In a crazy way.
In a crazy way, yeah.
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 Then can just let them go, relax.
Yeah. So
it's coming.
You could say it is in your control.
Yeah, but the very, very simple, no need to talk about brain waves, but positive energy and negative energy, or the Star Wars, dark side, dark energy, and light one. It's the same thing. I have the both.
Mm-hmm.
Both activities. So this is not people are talking about only for the good activities or negative activities. But so there is alpha wave activity, and in the same time, pretty strong gamma wave activities, which I can control.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So you got two sorts.
Yeah.
Two
source to reach to the super energy.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And it's coming like this. So that's why it's only you have to do a kind of the instrument and the brain test.
They put all these diodes on your brain, and tested with machines what's going on while you're moving.
Yeah, if you put the machine, then there is some. I had a good friend who had a program and all the activities.
So alpha is a very slow moving frequency, right?
Yes, about 10 hertz.
And how many hertz is gamma?
Well, I have some. I cannot remember everything,
but is gamma more high hertz or lower hertz than alpha?
Gamma is 20 to 30 hertz, very small and high frequency. When you are panicked, excited, get mad, totally crazy, like this. This is standing.
So basically, it's even more high vibrational than beta waves that most people are in throughout the day.
Beta is about 30, so it is almost like a double.
Okay, so gamma is double faster than beta.
Yes.
Okay, so in people who are in normal waking state of consciousness, normal people are in beta state, and then you twice that awareness, and that's the gamma state. And then
yes, because yes.
And then you link it in with a very meditative state, very deep, low alpha at the same time. So that's the combination. Okay, I got it.
Beta wave is because we are human.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why we are intelligent in a way. We dominate this planet because we are using beta wave. Beta wave is intelligent wave.
Yeah, it's intellect.
Intellectual wave.
It's what I call problem-solving consciousness. We're running around trying to solve problems all the time, fixing things. And so basically we have the gamma, which is much more active. And then at the same time, you're in alpha, which is very deep meditation. And you combine that super awareness with the super relaxation at the same time. And so you're tapping into the most powerful aspects of human consciousness on those wave states. Yeah, that's very interesting.
So it is not so many martial artists studying the brain waves like this, but I am one of the guy who challenged to the explanation of the key with using the studying the brain waves. So not only physically, but because key energy is called the mind power. So must be the mind stage of brain waves.
Yeah.
Then they found out the two fantastic waves. Okay, so do you know the dolphins?
Yeah, I know about dolphins, yes. And they have, their brains are bigger than ours.
Yes. But the dolphin is about 70 to 75% or something like this is alpha wave.
Yeah, okay.
They have only little activity of beta wave, so they are not intelligent like us.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. But they like to play and like this, so they have tremendous energy power. So that is alpha wave, because we don't have such alpha wave like dolphin, but we have a beta wave, so we became a human, and the dolphin become there. But we have quite a family. Yeah.
So basically, you could say that to be able to operate on more different brain waves, either at the same time or at least depending on situations, is expanding the beings, the entities' intelligence and ability to express themselves. So, for example, dolphins are having a huge brain, but they're spending most of the time in alpha wave, but they're not. So they're basically meditators, but they're not very intelligent.
No.
So you could say it like that. So that's why maybe they also have a deep spiritual component for many people, because they are it's like meeting a Buddhist monk and play with him. You will be affected by his alpha waves, and
Yes, yes.
so something good is happening for you, but there's not necessarily a lot of intelligence behind it. It's just a very deep relaxation meditation.
Yes, relaxation, because people who have a problem, and then the swimming with the dolphins, which give you calm down and get, because they will communicate. They can see. I was last year. I was in Japan. Last April, I was swimming with a dolphin. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was it? What happened?
It's amazing. It's quite a big one.
Are they big?
Yeah, quite big.
I never seen dolphins in my life.
Yeah, because in my hometown, we have a dolphin center, and then it's not the purely wild one, but in the harbor, it's coming. They are ring around, but they are the well trained one. And I talked with the dolphins trainer. I said, "Oh, he like you." Thank you. How you know? I know he do the many things to you.
Yeah.
And sometimes dolphin doesn't like the man. Then they don't swim together and doing anything. Just coming and laugh to me and swimming and catching and swimming. Not like a circus, but it's amazing.
Yeah. And that's because you're in alpha state yourself, so they can connect with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had a very good feeling. Mm. If the people some want to do something negative, they don't come.
Yeah. The intuition is very strong.
Yeah. So this is basically okay. Very important thing is first, relax. But relax means the real relaxation, you become very strong. And you are aware of everything. You can feel. And then when you feel where already, somebody want to attack you and already hand moving, you can already see it coming.
Yeah.
So your sense become very, very, very keen. You can totally relax. And long relaxation is only muscle is relaxed. And brain is not relaxed. So body and muscle is relaxed, then the body become very, very strong. So this is the thing. And in the same time, and in the martial art, like I do, I think we need a kind of a little bit crazy, uncontrolled energy called the gamma wave.
Yes.
To survive. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's the warrior's path, right? It is.
Yeah, warriors not have. This is
the warrior's path, and so you have to be a little crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Does that give the sense, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I cannot agree more, because I mean, if I'm looking at my life and my personality and everything, like it's so, my whole being is in martial arts energy, and I am a little crazy. I'm a little wild. This warrior aspect, and also I have that peace and relaxation. Yeah. So when crazy things are happening around me, I'm relaxed. I'm not disturbed. And so it's a very interesting, and I would say I got this from martial arts. Thanks to my training, my life became like that. Yeah. And so, but it's not for everybody. I mean, some people, they like to sit and stretch and do yoga and chant mantra all day, and that's it.
But the martial artist became a kind of the egoistic.
Yeah, now it is. Yeah, with gold medals and tournaments and belts, graduations, and all that stuff. Yeah.
But that can give the beginning with the motivation, and then you start to realize that it is something more than what you see, and something more power in the the future. So we call it just the key, and it's very simple. There is many things, and we cannot explain because we cannot prove.
Yeah.
But I studied and I proved that I can make the other people do.
Mm-hmm.
No?
We've seen the evidence, but science will not accept it because they cannot understand it. They understand. They cannot tell you what's going on because of that they don't believe in it. But
Yes.
the evidence.
But the scientists. I have my very good close friend and student to me. He is one of the physics world, one of the top scientists of professor from Romania. And he comes sometimes to the Congress, to the nanotechnology, to the Niels Bohr Institute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he is one of the top scientists in this planet.
Yeah.
Okay, and he follows me and he believes what I say.
Oh, that's good.
So what more you expect?
Yeah.
One of the top scientists.
We have Chinese medicine been around for, I don't know, 5,000 years at least, and they can even measure the energy flow in your body now, and so it's becoming more and more accepted now, and there's more and more proof coming up. So
Yes.
This is going to become mainstream in 10, 15, 20 years from now.
Because if many people say I don't see, so I cannot believe. So if you don't believe, so maybe you don't believe the magnetic, or you don't believe the electricity. It's the same thing. It's energy.
Yeah.
I said yes, of course. Can you see?
And actually, it's a science has now discovered that the amount of calories we eat in food every single day is not enough to feed the ATP, the mitochondria in the cell, with that amount of energy that it's actually producing. It's impossible to eat enough food to actually create that kind of energy. It's impossible. No. So science has now discovered that 70% at least of the energy in the body is actually not coming from food. It's not coming from water and food or the air we breathe. It's so there's another source of energy and that is making the body work and function. And so they know that there's 70% that they cannot explain. So we are beginning now to ask the right questions in science and finding out what's really going on.
And energy is just coming in from heaven, and another energy coming from the ground. And we're just using this energy to go out or go in.
Yeah, we're like divine batteries.
Yes.
And funny enough, you put water in your car battery, right? And we have water inside. We are like 99 molecules out of 100 in a body is a water molecule. So there's a lot of plus and minus poles, electricity going on inside the body.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why, more and more interest, we have the answer. But of course, how to measure the key energy. Key energy can be measured as the heat, then the infrared energy.
Mm-hmm.
Can measure, and the brain waves can measure many things. But as we said, it is part of the key energy. Can measure, but not all.
Yeah. Just like the whole conversation today, we talked about push and pull and spiraling, and then alpha wave and gamma waves, and also having no fear of death, total relaxation, the breath, plus you need to train the body and learn to move without thinking and be efficiently. So it's not just one thing. It's not like, oh, I want to be a key master tomorrow and then train this energy and then that's it. No, you have a whole array of things that needs to work together in tandem to create a higher expression of evolution on that level. So as one of the final questions in this interview that I would like to ask you is, if somebody's listening to this and they're living in United States or somewhere in Europe or somewhere, and they want to learn to do what you do and move in this direction with their lives, what would your advice to them be to do?
Yes, I found out by myself most of the things. So it is possible, but of course it is easy to follow some masters who knows how to develop. But this is just a matter of how to call it. You have to do combination with what you are doing today. What you are, if you are the martial artist, put a little bit the combination with the key energy with martial art. And if you are some specialist, just a combination. But of course, when we are talking about the martial art, of course, I know how to teach, but this kind of teaching is time and space is quite difficult. So I think normally in Japan, the key masters, one person in one generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like this. Today we have several now in Japan, including me, but still only a few people can reach.
So basically, you have many students. You've been teaching for decades, and is there any one of your students who are on your level or close to becoming on your level?
No. So because most of them they just want to learn the technique. Somebody can do it, but they can do within their partner. They are not strong in the mind. Yeah, they are not warriors. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, if people have listened to part one of our 3-part interview here, they will also know your history and your background, and so maybe it's not that surprising that you are able to do what you're doing because of your background. You're coming from a whole ancestral lineage that kind of is leading up to these things.
Yes.
And so, but even if you are some teenage kid in a suburban town in Europe or in the United States or something, that does not mean that you cannot become like this. That doesn't mean that you cannot become a master of your own ki and chi. But I would just say, I think one of the main reasons that you have come to this point is also because of your spiritual background, first and foremost.
Yes.
Because of your strong meditation and your strong Buddhist connections. And I think this is because with great power comes great responsibility. So I think there is a natural law out there protecting us from ourselves, in the sense of I'm happy not everybody can do what you can do. I'm happy about that because you gotta have to have a certain level of maturity, spiritual maturity. To carry these kinds of capacities with you.
Yes.
So I'm very grateful to have been trained. Unfortunately, now I'm living in South America, so I cannot train with you anymore. But I've been fortunate to train with you for many years, and it was a great experience.
Yes. Thank you, but the time in the future we'll meet again to do training.
Yeah, let's do that for sure. Yeah, for sure. So, okay, but thank you so much for sharing all your knowledge and information. And I really hope that this is going to inspire some new young future key masters on their own path in life.
Yes. It is, the idea is, to generate the next generation.
Yes, and they're coming.
Yes.
And we will never know from where, because you're running around a Japanese in Denmark at age 24 and figuring these things out yourself. I mean, who would have thought, right?
Yes.
So
fantastic.
So if anything can happen for anybody, and so if this is the path, so I wish anybody to explore this and remember the deep spiritual connections is the most important.
And then I want to say one more time to everybody is everybody should watch the Star Wars, old one and the new one. This is you get the answer about the key.
Yes. Okay, we will do.
My favorite. This is the teaching of the key.
Yeah,
and yes,
it's true. It is the good and the dark, and and it's all real and it's all valid.
And so it was a good one with the alpha wave. I found out that there is a dark side gamma wave inside me, so I have to accept.
Yeah. Well, I met that gamma wave a few times in my life with you, and it's definitely there. Okay, Us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll turn off here.
Soke Yamaue, der wird jetzt eine Demonstration machen von Ki und Magnetic Power und Ki Transmission. Das ist sehr gut anzusehen und sehr, sehr, sehr effektiv. Ki-Technik. Power der Zentrifugation. Zentrifugation. Ki-Technik.
Magnet.
Ki-Technik auf dem Stand. Ki-Technik gegen zwei Angreifer. Das Land des Lächelns. Eine totale Verbauung, da kommen auch die Weiblichter raus. Soke Yamaue, Ioma. Thank you very much, arigato. Ki Magnetic Power. Jimmy ist Mitglied der kaiserlichen Familie von Japan. trainiert seit über 33 Jahren. Er macht jetzt Transfusion der Ki-Technik in Transmission Centrifugal Techniques.
Ja. Hey.
Whoever wants to try it can come up because this is real. Transmission der Kraft in den anderen Power. Das System wird paralysiert und dadurch wird es übertragen. Andere Leute nennen das Nervenkitzel. Das ist auch ein Nervenkitzel. Soke Yamaue, Paralyzation. Er kommt da nicht mehr raus. Komplette Paralysation des Körpers. Das wäre das Soke. Soke Professor Keido International University of Martial Arts, Scandinavia.
They cannot move. Very painful. Next, magnetic power.
Ja, toch even zeggen, dames en heren, dat het hier om een louter innerlijke energie gaat. Dus vandaar deze vreemde effecten, die magnetische hand. En de onmogelijkheid van de slachtoffers om nog te reageren.
Okay.
Sedan man går det baklänges. Det här är Aiki. Det var ikke med vilje første gang, men udviklet. Ja, jag sitter på farorna. Det var jag har gjort är att jag stoppade cirkulationen här i mitt. Så kan inte ringa här fram. Blodkanal. Jag kommer. Ja, tack. Så du kommer räcka på handlampan? Ja. Ja, okej. Vad är det för? Hand är upp.
Okay. Aiki is only with energy.
Že je to už len energia, tá forma Aiki.
Yes, sir. Just touching. Yes. With power. Thank you.
You are right. I have no weapons. Just attack me, please. You remember this one?
Pamiętam dla techników.
No, stay. Okay.
Okay, now it's my turn. So is my leg is can do many things.
Moje noha může dělat hodně věcí.
Exactly like that.
Přesně jako ruka.
So basic. Just stand up. Like this? No, this thing. This thing. This way. This way. One more please. Is it okay? Is it okay? Okay. Okay. Many ways to say balance.
Mnoho způsobů, jak vidět rovnováhu.
Kote ga hezčí. Okay, thank you. Never give up, huh? If you have no arm, you have leg.
Nikdy se nevzdávejte.
Block with leg like this. So now we do a basic training. Everybody sitting like this.
To budeme dělat základní trénink.
One leg up. Another push. Right. One leg up. Another push. Think just hit. Just so one leg up. Another leg like this. Okay. So from here, one leg like this. So touching, another leg, push, push, and push and turn. Good. You stay here. Okay, finish, huh? So let's do next 10 minutes. We do something with the leg. Part one is down. No free fighting.
Není to volný.
Just coming to the system. Down technique.
Druhý je přijmout rovněž.
In the situation, same technique. Here. This is push away.
Tohle je odstrčit.
Okay? If you take in, just come in and attack. Dangerous.
To rovněž je nebezpečné.
Okay? So this position, just push away.
Jenom odstrčte pryč.
Okay? Then, say again. Another leg. Okay, this one. This one is not to push away from taking. Finished. Okay. So I should add back side. Same position. Take it from here. In. And Asya. Finish. Okay. And it's important in the middle. Not this way, not this way, but in the exactly in the middle. Good. So now it was this way, and then I will like this way. This is pushing out, right up. This is catch. After catch, take this hand. Oh. Okay. From here, coming up into myself. Then come and finish. And breathe. God never give up. Invite and come on, honey. You know.
Nikdy se nevzdávejte, pozvěte, pojď, pak.
So, fast. No thank you. 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 Thank you. Right? Good. Slowly. Fast. Yes. No thank you. No thank you. And thank you. Okay? So, if you go outside, thank you. Inside. If inside, ciao. No thank you.
Když jde ven, tak ho utáhne k sobě, když jde dovnitř, tak mám ho postrčit.
So, this is the technique. Just very slowly and partner change and no thank you, and change it. Yes, thank you.
Teďka velice pomalu, ne, děkuji, pak střímou.
Yes. This is our Dainichi is the great sun.
Tohle to je
Buddha.
velké
And
slunce, Buddha velké slunce.
something like it. So I come from here and I do it into concentration.
Začínám takhle a pak přijdu koncentrace.
Okay? And she yeah, maybe like this. So, yeah, okay. Like this from coming like this. Then, but it's nothing. I am quite strong.
Jsem docela silný.
But you see, you can open your hand. So Matej is free.
Ale Matěj je volný.
Now, little by little. So this is called Aiki, with combination with the soul and gut, and everything energy coming in.
Tohle Aiki v kombinaci s bohem se a všechna energie jde dovnitř.
Next one is coordination of energy.
Další je koordinace energie.
No, just this is Ibukoshi no. This is Yamaue. This is contact. Okay? One body, and
Dvě různá těla a kontakt.
same.
Samé.
Now we have contact. Okay? Now we come on. You take on one.
then finished. Then energy went to you. He's free. Huh? Thank you. So, now, so I'm not not to touch him first until he comes into the pit. So I try to send energy from here first, and I have to use Aiki. So
nechci si ho napřed dotknout a přepošlu energii přes Go Aiki.
Energy from here. And oh. Or just called I am binding. Energy you cannot see, but it all fixed with everything.
Energie, kterou nevidíte, tak obalí úplně.
Or energy wire, cable.
Energetický drát svazuje.
And if you get panicked, then the little by little grows. All body starts to close. And become very concentrated, and the last moment it stops.
Uzavírá a pomalinku se co nejvíce koncentruje a nakonec se
And when it stops, too late.
A když se dostaví, tak je pozdě.
So this is Aiki technique. Now we have many basic movement with Aiki, with movement.
Máme mnoho základních pohybů Aiki.
And tonight and last night it was full moon, a beautiful moon. So
Včera byl úplně, takže
technique.
Technika měsíce.
My hotel is a hotel. Diva. Very quiet.
Bydlím v hotelu na řece, tam velice klidně.
Wave. Yesterday no wave, but sometimes in Denmark we have water and wave.
Ale kdyby jsme měli hotel v Dánsku, to vlny.
Wave. Transmission of wave.
Přenos vln.
So just wait. Go. Wave.
Okay, thank you.
Looks like very easy, but it's very hard also for me. Next one is little circle. Just again, please. So, concentration. Just one hand and cut. Next, I cut him. No touch. Very slowly. I cut him. So. Sorry. So the last one was accident. The last part was accident. I cut him, but I didn't want to kill him. But he was on the way to paralyze.
Ale byl blízko k tomu, byl paralizovaný.
And so sometimes now it's time to stop. And I keep coming stronger, and it's
Méně se stává silnější
and attack.
a útočí na lidi.
So it was just a fighting session. Ritsumeikan touch and try to break his balance.
Teď se pozdělat na pokusu sebe bez rovnováhy.
Okay, thank you.